Hello, and welcome to another episode of Movie Spoiler Alerts. Today we're talking about the 2009 film, X-men Orgins, Wolverine. This was the fourth X-Men film to come out from Fox. However, many more came after. Depending on how you look at it, timeline-wise, this film is one of the films that is set at the earliest time points. Two quick points that I wanted to make. The first is that there are two X-Men films with very similar names, X-Men Origins Wolverine, which we will be discussing now, and The Wolverine. One is an origin story, another is a film that's set after the events of the third film, X-Men: The Last Stand. The other point that I wanted to make, which I didn't explain in the earlier film summaries, is that there are two main timelines in the film series. I will explain this more for the summary for X-Men: Days of Future Past, but I wanted to include a nice graphic from Raymond Lowe in the description if you want to take a sneak peek. The summary does rely in part that you've seen the previous films. If you'd like to see a summary, check out the links below, as well as the summaries for the other Marvel films. The film opens in 1845 with a boy named James Howlett living in Canada, who witnesses his father killed by Thomas Logan. The trauma activates the boy's mutation, causing bone claws to protrude from his knuckles, and the boy kills Thomas, who reveals to James that Thomas is actually his real father. James flees along with Thomas's son, Victor Creed, who is James's half-brother, and later on will become Sabretooth. They both have prolonged life cycles, spending the next century as soldiers, fighting in the American War, both World Wars, and Vietnam. During the Vietnam War, Victor tries to rape a Vietnamese woman and kills a senior officer who tries to stop him. James defends Victor, and both are sentenced to death via firing squad. However, they both survive. The two are approached by Major William Stryker, who asks if they want to join a military mutant group called Team X. Remember, Stryker is one of the main antagonists of the X2 film, which if you need a reminder, please check out my summary. They join the group, but James, now going by the name Logan, leaves the group because of their disregard for human life, especially seen with his brother Victor. 6 years later, Logan is working as a lumberjack in Canada, where he lives with his girlfriend Kayla. Stryker approaches Logan, saying that two other members of Team X have been killed, and he thinks someone is targeting the team members. Logan refuses to help, but soon Logan finds his girlfriend's bloody body, knowing that this was Victor's doing. Logan finds Victor, but loses the fight. Stryker explains that Victor has gone rogue and offers to help Logan to become strong enough to fight Victor. Logan goes through an incredibly painful procedure and has his skeleton reinforced with adamantium, a virtually indestructible metal. Stryker, however, tries to betray Logan, ordering his memory to be erased, which Logan overhears and escapes. A member of Team X, Agent Zero, tracks down Logan, but Logan kills him. Logan locates two other former members of Team X who explain that Victor is actually working for Stryker and is hunting down mutants for an experiment at Stryker's laboratory called the Island. They refer Logan to a mutant who escaped the island, Gambit, in order to find the location of the island. Logan finds Gambit and fights with Victor again, who kills one of the Team X members and extracts his DNA. Logan and Gambit travel to the lab, which is located on 3 Mile Island. Logan soon discovers that his girlfriend Kayla is actually alive and was keeping tabs on him for Stryker in exchange for protection for her sister's life. Kayla is actually also a mutant with several abilities, including the ability to control anyone she touches. Stryker activates his experiment, which is a mutant that he made from a combination of DNA from other mutants, putting them into Wade Wilson, calling him Weapon 11, which he also refers to as the Deadpool, because he is a combination of other dead mutants. It should be noted that this Deadpool is in many ways drastically different than the Deadpool we see in the 2016 film, though they are both played by Ryan Reynolds. This Deadpool has a variety of powers and is nearly unstoppable. Logan and Victor team up, and eventually Logan is able to decapitate Deadpool, but one of the cooling towers is destroyed in the process. Kayla leads the captive mutants off the island, including a young Scott Summers, aka Cyclops, and then they are eventually rescued by Professor Xavier. Stryker shoots Logan in the head with an adamantium bullet, rendering him unconscious. Stryker then turns the gun on Kayla, but she is able to use her abilities to persuade Stryker to walk until his feet bleed. Kayla was injured earlier, however, and succumbs to her wounds and dies. Logan regains his consciousness, but has lost all of his memories. He sees Kayla's body, but does not recognize her, and leaves the island as the film ends. During the mid-credits scene, we see Stryker being questioned for the death of his superior officer, who he in fact was involved with the killing of. There also was a post-credits scene which showed Deadpool's head still moving, implying that he is still alive. So that was the spoilers for X-Men Origins Wolverine. If you have another film you'd like to see me spoil, please let me know in the comments below. Check out movie spoiler alerts on the various forms of social media listed below, and remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.